Let's learn about classes and objects. Reality is complex, and modeling it in the computer is difficult. Primitive types are not enough, which is why we use lists and dictionaries to represent more complex data. We previously saw how we could use dictionaries as a record to represent a single complex thing. Classes are an even more sophisticated representation because they can group functions with the data that they use. When you have a class, you can make instances of the class, which are called objects. The relationship between classes and objects is tricky, but is basically the same as the difference between a type and a value. You have a type, like integer, and then values like 4, 10, -5, or 22. Or you can have a type like Boolean, and then just two values, true and false. In the same way, you have a class that then has many objects. We have been using objects for a while now, without even realizing it. When we create a new list or a new dictionary, these are actually objects. We create an instance of a list, and then we append elements to it. Create a new dictionary, and then we add keys and values to it. Or when we open a file and we get a file object, which we can then close later. The important recurring idea here is that we create an object and then we use it. However, before we can create an object, we create the class. Creating a class is actually quite easy and is similar to creating a function. We write the class keyword, followed by the name of the class and a colon. Then we write the body of the class. Notice that we capitalize the names of classes and don't use underscores. This is a common Python convention for naming classes. Once a class is created, you can create instances of it using the class name. By calling the class name like it was a function, you create an object of that class's type. We typically then assign that object to a new variable. One class can be used to create many objects.